So, Krishna is now explaining from the previous verse different yagnas done by different kinds of people. So, in the previous verse, we saw yagna done by these karmis and the gnanis, those who perform demigod worship and those who undergo austerities to reach impersonal Brahman. And now in this verse, Krishna explains the yagnas performed by the brahmacaris and grihastas. Brahmacharis means the bachelors, grihastas means householders. So brahmacharis, what do they perform? Shrotradi, Shrotradini Indriyani. Anya means refers to brahmacharis here. Shrotradini means hearing process, Shrotra. Shrotradini Indriyani, senses. Samyamagnishu juhvati. Samyama means control, restrain. Samyam. So in the fire of restraint, they offer this hearing and senses. We'll see what it is. And grihastas, anya, other kind of people are grihastas. Shabdadin vishayan, anya indriyagnishu juhvati. They sacrifice the vishayan, means the objects of senses, such as shabda, sound, in the fire of sacrifice. So what does it mean? So Prabhupada explains nicely that the human life is divided into these four divisions: the brahmachari stage, grihastha stage, vanaprastha stage, and sannyasi stage. They are all gradually meant to help men become perfect yogis or transcendentalists. Because human life is not meant for enjoying sense gratification like the animals. So these four orders of human life are so arranged that one may become perfect in spiritual life. So this is the four progressive orders. So the first order is brahmachari life. The brahmacharis are students under the care of a bona fide spiritual master, control the mind by abstaining from sense gratification. They are referred to in this verse as sacrificing the hearing process and the senses in the fire of the controlled mind. So if you consider the yagna as a fire sacrifice, so if the fire is compared to controlled mind, the offering to the fire is compared to Shrotradini Indriyani. The senses. Indriyani means the senses. The hearing, especially the hearing. They sacrifice the hearing process. Instead of hearing and anything and everything, the brahmachari is not allowed to hear anything and everything. So that is what is called, they sacrifice the hearing process. And they are not allowed to engage in any sense gratification. So sense gratification is also offered in the fire of controlled mind. So what does a brahmachari then has to hear? A brahmachari hears only words concerning Krishna consciousness. Hearing is the basic principle for understanding, and therefore the pure brahmachari engages fully in Harer Namanu Kirtanam, chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord. He restrains himself from the vibrations of material sounds, and his hearing is engaged in the transcendental sound vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the sacrifice prescribed for brahmacharis. Brahmachari Gurukule Vasan Dante Guror Hitam. This is the process mentioned in Bhagavatam. Brahmachari is supposed to live in the ashram of the spiritual master. I'm talking about in those days. Why? What is the duty? The first duty is they should be taught how to worship the Supreme Lord at least twice a day. And they are taught strict sense control. They should rise early in the morning, undergo some austerity, rise early in the morning, perform arati, worship the deity, and hear the spiritual master, the words spoken by the spiritual master. And they develop a lot of character. They are trained up as a devotee. Because it is said that if you train a child from the beginning of their lives, the child will grow up with all good qualities. Sense control, what to talk, what to hear, completely blocking their mind from the opposite sex. Because the mind, the moment it thinks of opposite sex, they cannot have that focus of learning the most essential things. The essential brain cells, the wiring has to be formed. The character has to be formed. The training that everybody is to be treated as one's mother. And how to respect the elders, how to respect the spiritual master, how to sincerely hear and worship, how to practice humility. They go door to door on behalf of their spiritual master and beg. And sometimes they may have to face insults. Of course, nobody insults a child, but they are trained up to become humble and tolerate the difficulties in life, because unless they are trained up to tolerate difficulties when they are young, they will become a failure when they grow up. So interestingly, there is this Chief Justice in the US. His name is John Roberts. So he was called for a commencement speech for one of the universities, where these students, they graduate and they pass out. And I believe it was a high school. So he went for that commencement speech. And very interesting remarks he made. One of the most bold and interesting speeches you will hear. So he said, people or commencement speakers, they will typically wish you good luck and extend good wishes to you. But he said, I will not do that. And I'll tell you why. From time to time in the years to come, I hope you will be treated unfairly. And people were shocked. What is he saying? That the students be treated unfairly in the years to come? What is he talking? And then he explained why he said that. I hope you will be treated unfairly so that you will come to know the value of justice. I hope that you will suffer betrayal, because that will teach you the importance of loyalty. Sorry to say, but I hope you will be lonely from time to time, so that you don't take friends for granted. I wish you bad luck again from time to time, so that you will be conscious of the role of chance in life and understand that your success is not completely deserved, and the failure of others is not completely deserved either. And when you lose, as you will from time to time, I hope every now and then your opponent will gloat over your failure. It is a way for you to understand the importance of sportsmanship. I hope you will be ignored so you know the importance of listening to others. And I hope you will have just enough pain to learn compassion. Whether I wish these things or not, they are going to happen. And whether you benefit from them or not will depend on your ability to see the message in your misfortunes. So, you see how this is the Chief Justice of the United States. And it is a general knowledge for all of us that these things will inevitably happen in life. At every stage of life, we'll face betrayals, we'll face failures, we'll see somebody insulting us over our failures, gloating us over our failures, ignoring us because they are in a higher position, criticizing us if we do something incorrect, even though it is correct. So, if we don't train the children at a young age in facing these difficulties and make them learn tolerance, make them focus on things, make them disciplined, make them subservient to a authority, we are setting up them for failure. So the Vedic system is a beautiful system where the focus was not given on learning like how we are teaching education to children now. The focus is more about dumping them with knowledge, material knowledge, data, information, how to earn livelihood, making them think that unless you study this course and come up victorious and pass in good grades, you'll never succeed in life. We are teaching them that success in life is to become servant to somebody and some corporate company, and unless you build a good resume and do so many courses, you'll never succeed in life. Of course, these all have their place for the livelihood. But importantly, the foundation is not being laid. And that was laid in the ancient times. The foundation is the character. The foundation is these essential values. So Bhagavad Gita is teaching that. The ancient system is teaching that. However, now we don't have that varnashrama culture anymore. Who is having an ashram? Who is training these brahmacaris except in our Hare Krishna movement? Srila Prabhupada, out of his causeless mercy, set up this institution where budding spiritualists, they see the value. And you see, especially in India, may not be in the US, but the system is there where brahmacharis are joining and accepting the subordination of the spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada's directions and getting trained, forming character and becoming beacons of hope for this society, otherwise going in all kinds of possible wrong directions. So that we should take advantage of that. But even otherwise, if one does not have that opportunity, the best thing is to train the kids in Krishna consciousness. If you don't have the opportunity to send them to the Gurukul, as a parent, we have to do our best duty. Whether they take it or not, it's not in our hands. But if we don't do our duty, we are not doing the duty as given by the Lord. Bhagavatam is very strict. Gurur na sasyat, swajano na sasyat, pita na sasyat, janani na sasyat, daivam na tatsyan na patischa sasyat, namo chayet yes samupeta mrutyum. So you don't, or if you are a guru, or if you are by name guru or a teacher or a parent or a guardian or a relative, you have a very great responsibility, which is to deliver your subject, whether it is student or your child, whoever it is, to give them Krishna consciousness. But who is teaching that? Where is the Vedic culture? Vedic culture is urging all these people to teach their subjects Krishna consciousness, character. But where is the character now? Instead of character, people are focusing on how to make money, teaching how to make money, teaching how to thrive by doing whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's an unfortunate situation. So anyway, so that is for the brahmacharis. Shrotradini indriyani anye, by sacrificing the hearing process in the fire of controlled mind. And grihastas shabdadin vishayan anya indriyagnishu juhvati. Shabdadin vishayan anya indriyagnishu juhvati means these grihastas, they have to control their senses. Even though the grihastas, brahmacharis, when they become grihastas, they have some license for sense gratification. They get a wife and they can engage in sense gratification. But Bhagavad Gita says, the Vedic culture says, it has to be regulated. You cannot engage unlimitedly in sense gratification. This householder life, just because you became a householder, it doesn't give you unlimited license. It is a regulated license. But the process is, either you are in brahmachari stage or grihastha stage, vanaprastha stage, sannyasa stage. The process is to improve our Krishna consciousness. If you don't improve our Krishna consciousness, this varnashram dharma is shrama eva hi kevalam. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am not a grihastha, I am not a brahmachari, I am not a brahmana, not a sudra. Our original position is Gopi bhartuhu padakamalayur dasa dasa anudasaha. I am the transcendent, I am the servant of the master of gopis, Krishna. But of course, because we have not come to that platform, so we have to accept something which satisfies our material desires also. So grihastha is one stage, but we have to cleanse. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam. Rishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you see, he has given a lot of instructions for householders. And the advantage of Krishna consciousness movement, as I said, not only for brahmacharis who have the opportunity to surrender and join the movement, but even grihastas also got ample opportunity to progress in Krishna consciousness by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. The other spiritual paths, they are very strict. If you take Shankar Sampradaya, they don't accept grihastas for spiritual path. Either you have to be a brahmachari or a sannyasi. But see the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, grihastas are equally given opportunity. The stalwart acharyas, some of them have been grihastas. And many associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were grihastas. And he would encourage them to continue to be grihastas, but teach Krishna consciousness. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was touring South India, he was visiting one Brahmana and he was very devoted to the Lord. And this Brahmana, Kurma Brahmana he is called, he called the Lord home and gave him all kinds of prasadam. And then the remnants were shared by the members of the family. And the Brahmana then began to pray to the Lord, "Oh my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come to my home. So there is no limit to my great fortune. And today my family, birth, and riches have all been glorified." And then he said, "My dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by materialistic life." So this is reality. This materialistic life is the waves of misery. Only those who have come to that realization can experience. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reprimanded him. He said, "Don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always." So Prabhupada says there that in this age of Kali, it is not advisable to leave one's family suddenly because people are not trained as proper brahmacaris and grihastas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is advising not to be too eager to give up family life. Better to remain with family, but try to become purified by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra regularly under the direction of the spiritual master. So if this principle is followed by everyone, there is no need to accept sannyasa. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed him, "Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land." So this is the duty given to all grihastas by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is that? Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Whoever you meet, in whatever capacity you have, instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Like you can do so many things. You conduct an event. You can distribute Bhagavad Gitas as a written gift, or many of Srila Prabhupada's books as a written gift. You can conduct kirtans and Gita satsangs at your home. You can distribute prasadam, or you can contribute your finances to spread the Hare Krishna movement. These are all methods that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. If you remain a householder and are enjoying the license of sense pleasure, this is the sacrifice that we all need to do. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised that Kurma Brahmana, if you follow this instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, we will again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company. See, it doesn't matter whether one lives in holy place like Vrindavan, Navadvip, or Jagannath Puri, or in the midst of Western civilization, busy cities, or whatever cities, where the materialistic way of life is very prominent. If a devotee follows the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he lives in the company of the Lord. And wherever he lives, he converts that place into Vrindavan and Navadvip. So that means that materialism cannot touch him. This is the secret of success for one advancing in Krishna consciousness. So there are several examples in Chaitanya's life, and even Prabhupada encouraged many grihastas to perform service together and contribute to the movement. And many grihastas did and are still doing. But the important thing is, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, instruct everyone about Krishna consciousness. And with family, practice Krishna consciousness. Then one can remain in family life and still achieve success. I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.